नमामि कृष्णपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यपदे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्रीदेवपाद। আমি তো দুর্জন সদা দুরাচার কোটি কোটি জন্মে আমি কোথায়। আমি তো দুর্জন সদা দুরাচার কোটি কোটি জন্মে নাহি কোথাও। এহেন দয়ালু কেবায় জগতে আছে, হেমন্ত পারে উদ্ধার রিয়ালা বেকাছে। হেমন্ত পারে উদ্ধার রিয়ালা বেকাছে। শুনিয়াছে শ্রী চৈতন্য পতিত পাবন। শুনিয়াছে শ্রী চৈতন্য পতিত পাবন। তপাত কি জনে করিলাম মোচন। অনন্ত পাত কি জনে করিলাম মোচন। এমত দয়া সিন্ধু কৃপা বেতারিয়া। এমত দয়া সিন্ধু কৃপা বেতারিয়া। কবে উদ্ধারিবে মোরে শ্রীচরণ। কবে উদ্ধারিবে মোরে শ্রীচরণ। এইবার বুঝা যাবে করুণা তোমার। আর এইবার বুঝা যাবে করুণা তোমার। যদি এ পামারে জানে করিবে উদ্ধার। যদি এ পামারে জানে করিবে উদ্ধার। কর্ম নাই জ্ঞান নাই কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি নাই। কর্ম নাই জ্ঞান নাই কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি নাই। তবে বল কি রূপে শ্রীচরণ পায়। তবে বল কি রূপে শ্রীচরণ পায়। ভরসা আমার মাত্র করুণা তোমার। ভরসা আমার মাত্র করুণা তোমার। অহেতু কিসে করুণা বেদের বিচার। অহেতু কিসে করুণা বেদের বিচার। তুমি তো পবিত্র পাদ আমি দূর সরে। তুমি তো পবিত্র পাদ আমি তো দূর সরে। কেমনে তোমার পাদে পাইব আশ্রয়। কেমন তোমার পাদে পাইব আশ্রয়। কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া রে কি পতিত কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া কি পতিত পতিত পাবন নাম প্রসিদ্ধ তোমা পতিত পাবন নাম প্রসিদ্ধ তোমা আমি তো দুর্জনাতি সদা দুরাচার কোটি কোটি জন্মে নাহি কো উদ্ধার কোটি কোটি জন্মে মো নাহি কো উদ্ধার হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম হরে রাম 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 হরে हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे जय राधा माधव श्री राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर श्री राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद श्री राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे जय राधा वेदपुरेश्वर श्री राधे जय राधा मधुसूदन श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रा माय जय सुदर्शन जय पंचतत्व पतित पावन पंचतत्व जय गौरनिताय पतित पावन गौरनिताय जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल
Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Vivo.
This is really nice bhajan. Beautiful. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you anyone who joined during the
Hare
kirtan.
Krishna Prabhu's Dandatanam Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Wonderful kirtan again, Prabhu. Very nice.
Hare Krishna Buddha Note Pranam to all of you, Jai Sri Prabhupada.
Dandat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Haribol. Okay, let's read the translation.
I am certainly the most wicked person, always performing sinful action. For millions and millions of births, I have not been able to gain release from this predicament.
Who is so merciful within this material universe as to pick such a sinner up and take me close to himself?
But I have heard. Sorry, you can continue to.
Okay. But I have heard about it But I have heard about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as the deliverer of the most fallen. Innumerable sinners have already been freed by him.
Such an ocean of compassion he is, who is distributing his own causeless mercy. When will he deliver me by bestowing upon me his own divine lotus feet?
O Lord, now I will really understand the extent of your compassion only if you are able to deliver this most sinful person.
By what means will I get those lotus feet, since I am completely bereft of the fruit of activities, bereft of knowledge, and bereft of any kind of devotion to Krishna?
My only hope is your compassion, for the opinion of all the Vedas is that your compassion is causeless.
You are the very abode of purity, and I am the most wicked and evil minded. So, how will I attain the shelter of the lotus feet?
Weeping and weeping, this fallen and most contemptible person says, Dear Lord, all I know is that your most celebrated name is Patita Pavana, the deliverer of the fallen.
La Bhaktivinoda Kuki.
Jai.
Jai.
Joy.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Smita Krishna Prabhu. Okay, I think next we will have the weekly report session. Let's see. 1 second. Yeah, so today we will have weekly report session, then there will be a presentation, then sadhana chart, and then Prahlad Prabhu will join also.
Prabhu, since Dharani Prabhu could not present today, Karti Prabhu requested that I present in his place my own presentation.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, let's do then the weekly report session so we can go to the presentation. 1 second.
Should I start, Prabhu?
No, I think should we do the presentation first or the weekly report?
We can do the weekly report now if you want, no issues. And there aren't many people anyway, so it's okay. You all can continue with it.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. So let's quickly go over the rules of the weekly report session. So here they are. The purpose is to share our activities during the week and to inspire others and to give some ideas to each other how we can further our devotional services and preaching. So the guidelines are to speak up to 45 minutes only, not too long, and please present in points. Point 1, what you have done. Second point, what has happened, and some realizations also if you have. And yes, let's do like this. So I can go first. This week, from the beginning of week, sadhana and the reading and everything, those were going normally. We did the reading sessions and then I was doing some editing of the shorts. Then this week I met my little brother for after 10 years and I distributed the science of self-realization to him. And also this week there was some prasadam distributed, but I forgot which one it was. Some sweet I made this week. So yeah, the book was the main part. I distributed it to my little brother, and then my mother the next day she sent the angry message. She was like, "I told those speaking of religion and this and that. I said the book is not religion." And I said, "It's not religion at all. It's science."
Oh yeah.
Because the book
Haribol.
was science of self-realization. Oh, then she said, "Oh, I didn't realize." I said,
Ah, yeah.
I said this is not the like religion book. You read it yourself if you don't believe.
Yeah, that serves as evidence that she wanted to call you just to tell you that rather than look into it herself.
Yes, Prabhu.
Envy.
Yeah, I think then she looked at the picture of the book and maybe was like, "Oh, it's not maybe." Because the science of self-realization has the science words and it's not it looks like a normal book. So maybe she was like, "Okay, this is not a religious book." Yeah, then also have
Thank
been
you,
preaching
Prabhu.
in the Reddit, and there has been like every day there is one person coming, but mostly they're Matajis, I've noticed now. And usually they say they join the Mataji group, but I don't know if they really join. I hope at least I'm trying to give them possibility to get association. And yeah, that's all the preaching work. Mostly it's video editing, and now I have this old friend who I've been connecting more, and I've been preaching to him because he listens now more. He has like purified his association a little bit, so he's not in so much karma association anymore. So suddenly he's hearing much more. So that's been nice to notice. And also we've been trying to get more books because we ran out of books in the Germany. Almost all the English books are gone. So I've been messaging Petri Prabhu to try to find new books, but it's really difficult now because seems like there is no books. He says also that there is no books at all. So I don't know where we're gonna get the original books now. But that's everything. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Who will be next?
Hey, well, I only distributed was it 17 pamphlets this week. And then
Evil.
I've been doing Harinam on the street.
Oh, really nice, Prabhu.
Yeah,
Haribo.
Evo. But
Is
I like how you distributed Prashadam and then you're preaching to your younger brother. That was very nice.
Yes,
Evo
Prabhu. I was
Prabhu.
actually waiting for like 8 years to meet him to even give the first book. I've been waiting.
Evo.
So suddenly
Evo.
he messaged. He didn't even tell in advance. When he was coming to my city, I just got a message that, oh, now he's coming. I immediately knew that I need to deliver the book somewhere or other quickly.
Evo. Evo.
And I told him like you need to read it. Like during summer, you study this book. I was like, whatever our parents say, you study this book.
Evo. Evo. This is very nice, Prabhu. Family preaching, like preaching to your family. That's the hardest one. They're like familiar with you and everything.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, I hope it will work out eventually.
I hope so too. I think you did good. You waited 8 years and Krishna gave you an opportunity.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, this
Yeah,
is
that's
true.
all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much, Prabhu. Really nice that you're doing the preaching work. Is it is there is there like increased people outside or something? Or like I
Oh,
mean,
bro, like
because you know the
even like during this time, it's warm. Barely anyone on the street.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
in my area. But if I go
oh,
to my sister's area, it's like Center City, Philadelphia. So many people on the streets and everything. So I have to probably go over there.
yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Is it really
Other than
hard
that,
times? Yeah, I was thinking because the football World Cup is starting soon, so I was thinking is the traffic in US increased because of that or something?
It's always bad over here.
Yes, Prabhu.
But okay, maybe I'm hoping I'll see more people during that time. But yeah, no, like in my area, it's like kind of like the suburbs, so it's very calm.
Yeah.
Most of the people it's just like old, so
Yes, Prabhu. Okay.
there you go.
Anyone who wants to be next? Anyone? Okay, maybe Gaur Shakti Prabhu. You can explain.
Yeah, I was waiting till someone else, but obviously no one else wants to talk. So yes, I can share. So I just continuing with my daily sadhana. Uh, it start from very early in the morning for me because I have so much thing to do. In the morning itself, by the mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna, I'm very engaged in the morning itself. So sometimes it start in 2:30, sometimes at 3 a.m., sometimes 3:30. It depends. So japa session, first thing, and I noticed something strange nowadays with Telegram. So that's why we plan to do other session, la japa session in other group also, not only in Telegram. Because for myself, Telegram is I have a lot of issue with Telegram nowadays. So sometimes I can't connect. I can't even join properly. The camera isn't working. The video call, sometimes isn't working. The video camera isn't working at all. So there is some bug. There is some issue. So now we start a new group in WhatsApp, and we want also to start a session on Discord also. I want to expand this japa session and to find new devotee on other platform. So I will chant with on many platform actually, because I start my day very early. I can chant more, and I can, be in other platform also. I want to ask His Grace Prabhu about that because actually it's better for me to be on WhatsApp, or it's more stable there. The
So,
connection, everything.
so Prabhu on WhatsApp, we may also join Prabhu. So, how to join? Can you let me know, Prabhu? Because on Telegram it's very difficult.
Yes, yes. So better if those who are here, please message me personally and give me your number. Lushikesh Prabhu already did. Balloon Prabhu already there
Yeah,
also.
you have
Vamsh
added
Prabhu
me,
also.
Prabhu also.
Yeah, you can just text me and give me your number. And if I think I have your number, so I can add you. And those who sometimes I the number, so you have to tell me your number, give me your number, share with me, and then I will add you on the group. I will not. I will keep doing it on Telegram, but sometimes it's hard for me to connect on Telegram. I don't know. Telegram is not stable. This platform, this application sometimes has a lot of bugs, a lot of issue. So that's why I will be on WhatsApp also. And we will be also on all the group, all the social platform. I will try to expand this japa session. So to find some new persons, a new bhakta. So all of you, if you have some new contact, then they start to chant. Please bring them to this japa session. To make serious devotee, to make someone serious about Krishna, you need to chant, and in chant in association. So some of us don't have physical association in the temple nearby. So this online session is very nice. So if it is regulated like every day session without fail, then they will get some taste. In association of devotee, especially if they take the trouble to wake up in the morning, then we can tell that they are serious about bhakti. So even with those session, japa session, we can make devotee. I start like this also in the beginning. I just chant. So chanting is very important. And nowadays, all of the people are in the phone. Even though they are not in the street, they are in the phone. They are scrolling and some nonsense thing. So if they start chanting, please bring them into this japa session, and they will get the taste. So the main thing is to expand this and find new devotee. So then we can bring them after sometimes we can bring them into this Istagoshti session. So this is the plan. I just want to expand this japa session and touch more soul by the mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna. So this is the first thing. Japa session will not change. It will be in Telegram, in WhatsApp, in many more. I will try to push this service by the mercy of Prabhupada. I will do it. I can wake up early in the morning and I can do it. I can chant as long as I can. Because after chanting, I have to pick up flowers on my village by myself to decorate the altar. And after that, I do Mangala Arati. After Mangala Arati, I have a reading session, French reading session online. Everything is well organized now. And my morning routine is like this. I have no time, no space for Maya. So after the Srimad Bhagavatam online reading session, I prepare myself to decorate the altar. After that, I go to work. I'm already late. Yeah. After that, I'm already late. I need to start at 6 a.m. and I arrive at my work at 9, sometimes 10. It's been 2 years like this, always late. So by the mercy of Krishna, I still have work. So I can still have some Lakshmi somehow with them. So it's okay. I can still use this Lakshmi to expand this mission here in Reunion Island. So this is my morning routine. And then I need also to preach online, to try to guide and to inspire those to wake up early in the morning, to take the sadhana seriously, those type of things. So after that, I go for Harinam Sankirtan. When I finish the work, I go for Harinam Sankirtan. And sometimes the security guard, because I do Harinam Sankirtan near some mall, some supermarket, parking, some place like this, because there are always many people. So I go where there are many people, and sometimes the security guard, they just try to stop, but it's okay. I change spot. I just go other way. I know so many spots now, and I distribute book. I chant Harinam, distribute book, and after that I come back to the center and I prepare prasad. I distribute to my family, to my friend, everyone near. So my life is like this now. I try to keep up. Yeah. Every Sunday we prepare a Sunday feast also. This today we didn't because Obviously, so many people wasn't there. So we did Halinam Sankirtan. We distribute book and prasad with Mataji, Mohini Lada Mataji. We are always on the road, always doing something somehow. By the mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna, we try to keep ourselves busy with preaching. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, there's no possibility for us to not be in Maya if we are not preaching. So we try to always engage ourselves in preaching. Even though I'm in the center, I have so much thing to do here. So this is the mercy of Krishna for me. He gave me a place where what I can call now Vrindavan. This place is just like Vrindavan. Everything reminds me of Krishna here. So I'm very fortunate, I guess. I just want to share with you little of my sadhana, of my life. It's not so much. I try to do more. I just want to expand more this Krishna consciousness everywhere. But it's not easy here. Many people are atheist and materialist. But we try to chant. We try to distribute as much prasad as we can with the help of Mohini Lada Mataji, and we try to expand this Krishna consciousness, especially with this ISKM mood. No compromise. No compromise. We follow Srila Prabhupada as much as we can. So this is what I try to do, and I'm very happy to also do it alongside you or all the Vaishnav on this group, Vaishnav Sangha group. Very happy to see more people joining this morning program and becoming more and more serious to come in the japa session in the morning, especially Balloon Prabhu. He get back on track. For many months, he wasn't there in this japa session, and now he's coming every day without fail. Sulesh Prabhu, Smita Krishna Prabhu, of course, Rushikesh Prabhu, Vansh Prabhu, many bhakta, many devotees. They realize the importance of this morning routine. To wake up early, especially in Brahma Muhurta, and to chant, meditate on the form of Radha and Krishna. This was emphasized by the Lord himself in the chapter 70 of Krishna book. The activity of Krishna in Mathura as a householder is an example for us how to conduct ourselves as a devotee, how we can start our day strong. And we can't start our day strong without meditating on the form of Krishna, especially in Brahma Muhurta. If we fail to wake up early in the morning, then we fail with our day. Our day is a failure immediately. So I'm very happy that those who come every day realize that. Even, Laj, a Bhakta, his name is Laj, I forgot his other name, but he's also coming now. Try to keep up. I try to encourage and motivate everyone because I noticed that Krishna gave me benediction by waking up early in the morning like this. So I just try to inspire, not only in this group, but also here in Reunion Island and all over the world, because now with this reading, Srimad Bhagavatam reading session online, we have some new follower every day. Today I have 5 more followers. So more and more are following, are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam every day, especially in morning. So this is nice. This is nice. I just try to keep up by the mercy of Prabhupada, Krishna, and all your blessing. I need your blessing. I'm so fallen. So please bless me so that I can continue this preaching and thank you very much. I don't want to talk no more. I already talk so much. Thank you very much for your support, for your blessing, for everything that you are doing all by yourself. I'm very happy to have and fortunate to have your association. Please forgive me if I commit any offense at your feet. I'm so fallen, rotten. I need your blessing. I need uh, every Vaishnav blessing, because I'm so fallen. So please bless me so that I can continue this mission here. I'm not doing so much, but I try to to push. I try to push with the little strength, vigor that I have. I try to push. So I need your mercy. Without your blessing, it will be impossible. So thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyacha kripasindubhyevacha patitanam bhavadebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Antakochi Vaishnavalinde ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Entai Gora Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much, dear Prabhu. Jai Shila Prabhupada, and all glories to ISKM devotees all over the world. All glories to all of you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for this amazing report. Really happy to hear that the whole temple process is progressing there so nicely. Like you said, it's
Thank you, Prabhu.
Vrindavan, so I'm really happy to hear.
Yeah. I forgot one thing that today and yesterday my son was with me, and I noticed that even though he had some bad association with his with his mother's family, everything, but still, when he is here, he is chanting. He bow down to the Lord. He is eating prasad. He is hearing Shrimad Bhagavatam. You know how fortunate he is. He's
Yes,
10
Prabhu.
years old. 10 years old, and how fortunate he is. Today he chanted 3 rounds. By the mercy of Prabhupada, he chanted 3 rounds. Yesterday he chanted 2 rounds. And he heard Bhagavatam because he is with me, when I am doing all those things, He's with me. Mangalati, everything. So how fortunate he is. At his age, I was not even aware of Krishna. Come on.
Yes, Prabhu.
You see? So this is really encouraging for me. This place is really encouraging for me, because it can bring so many souls to Krishna, and especially this young boy. So I'm powerless, I can't do something for him, but if I can keep up with this program, this center, everything, if I can keep up with this, then I know it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. After Krishna will send some soul to cultivate, So I just try to do this little service. I just to try to maintain this place alive. And how to maintain a place alive? By reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha. And this is what Luvish Prabhu want to do after this fallen soul stop talking.
No, Prabhu, keep
Krishna
going on.
Katha.
It's okay. You continue. No issue.
So no, this is what we need to do to be alive. Glorify the Lord. Krishna Katha. And everything will come. We just need to be patient. Patience, this is very important. Nishchayat and Dailyat and Utsahan. This is very important. Enthusiasm, patience. This is very, very important. So without that, we can't really progress in spiritual life. So it will take time, but the most difficult part is to maintain our sadhana. This is the most difficult part. And if we succeed in that, if we had the discipline, then we can release the nectar. Just like this verse in 1837. At the beginning, more the you know the happiness in the mode of goodness. The beginning, it's bitter like poison. Bitter. So many rules. So many things. I have to wake up early in the morning. Oh, it's so troublesome. Come on. Yeah. But if you stick to it, if you do it every day, with patience, with enthusiasm, perseverance, if you do it, then gradually you manifest those divine qualities, will manifest in you by the grace of Guru, will manifest in you. And then you can relish the chant, the reading, everything. Bhakti will become more relishable. Actually, it is already relishable. But because we have no taste, the beginning we have no taste at all. But by following the instruction of the spiritual master, we will get this taste. If we don't follow, how can we pretend to have this taste? We need to follow with sincerity, with patience. It will come. Krishna will bless us. He already blessed us. We are already chanting Hare Krishna. And we need to be patient. This is a process. It will not work. It will not be an overnight transformation. We need to have faith on the processes, you know. We need to have faith on this process. It works. If it work on a fallen soul like me and inspire me to go in Harinam every day and chant Hare Krishna on the street and distribute book and even edit book, you know, try to create some book and try to, you know, inspire others. If it can touch some very fallen soul like me, very contaminated soul like me, come on, it work. It work. This is a science, like Sami Prabhu said. We are not selling religious book. This is science of God. Science of God. How we can reconnect ourselves with God, Krishna. This is a process. If we don't follow the expert guidance of the spiritual master, how we can reconnect with Krishna. That's why in this Kali Yuga, Prabhupada said this is not tapasya at all. We don't know what is tapasya. In this Kali Yuga, we just need to chant, eat prasad, follow 4 regulative principles, and we can do that if we follow sincerely Srila Prabhupada's instruction. That's why my role, my duty, because I realized that by His grace, I realized that if I can inspire you to take up this process seriously, you should do it. Because otherwise, how can you be saved? How can you pretend to save others also? First, help yourself. Then you can help others. You see? So our sadhana is the main fight with Maya. Now we need to become serious about becoming ourselves, becoming Krishna conscious. Then we can instruct others to become also Krishna conscious. Otherwise, how can we call ourselves even a devotee? Come on. Huh? When I go on the street, I chant Hare Krishna. I say, oh, you should read this, but I don't read. You should read this book, but myself, I don't read. Come on. What joke is that? Huh? You go on the street, you chant Hare Krishna, but you don't even chant. You said, oh, to a devotee, you need to chant. Prabhupada said you need to chant on the morning. But myself, I don't chant on the morning. I chant in Rajagun and Tamagun. And then I'm surprised to develop bad quality, demonic quality. But if you associate with Rajagun and Tamagun, what quality you will develop? Come on. This is not even some, you don't need to be a pandit to understand that. Yeah? So that's why this is a science. This is just a science. We need to have faith on the spiritual master word. And the spiritual master word is in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all Prabhupada book. So have faith, my dear Prabhus. This science is the science of God, God realization. So we need to do it seriously and in association of devotee. Alone, it's impossible. But with your association, your precious association, yes, I'm sure we can succeed. I'm pretty sure. So thank you very much. Take this very seriously. Your sadhana is very important in order for you to stay sane in this insane world. Huh? This is very important. Don't become insane. Stay sane. So thank you. Jai Shila Prabhupada. Haribo.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prahlad Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, dear Prahlad Prabhu, please accept my
Krishna
humble obeisances.
Prabhu,
All
Pranam
glories
to
to
Srila
Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna,
Prabhu,
Prabhu. Please accept my
Prabhu,
humble
Prabhu.
obeisances. All glories to
Hey,
Srila
Prabhu.
Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble.
Okay. So, quick confirmation. Everyone can see my screen, right? Before we begin.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, I'm going to now start with the Mangalacharana prayers, and then we will continue with verses 15 to 21 of the Sri Brahma Samhita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanyam Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadate Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री प्रभुपाद. So, final check. Everybody can hear me, see my screen. If there is any
Yes, Prabhu.
interruption, Haribol. If there's any
No.
interruption, please just let me know.
Okay, Prabhu.
Awesome. So today's presentation will be continuing from the previous presentations, and today we will explore the next 6 verses of the Sri Brahma Samhita, starting from 15 to 21. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7, not 6. Okay. So we'll start with verse 15, and then we will continue. So the same Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left limb, Brahma, the first progenitor of beings, from his right limb, and from the space between his two eyebrows, Shambhu, the divine masculine manifested halo. Verse 15 of Sri Brahma Samhita. So as we have covered in previous presentations, we know that the Supreme Being rests in the ocean of milk, who guides every individual soul, is Sri Vishnu. And Hiranyagarbha, who is a part of the Supreme Lord and acts as the original creator of life, is actually different from the four-faced demigod named Brahma. And this same Hiranyagarbha provides the original creative energy to every single Brahma across all the infinite universes. So the divine masculine figure known as Shambhu is actually an expansion of his prototype form and represents the main male creative power that was explained in previous presentations. So for those of you who don't know what prototype means, a prototype actually just means an original model on which something is patterned, right? So this divine masculine figure, which we saw in this previous verse, as you can see, the Shambhu, the divine masculine manifested halo, this is actually an expansion of his prototype form. Okay. And Vishnu is a direct and inseparable part of the greater Mahavishnu. And because of this, he is the supreme lord over all the other powerful lords. And the creators Brahma and Shambhu. So Brahma is the creator. And Shambhu, both these personalities are actually separated portions of Mahavishnu. Therefore, they are demigods who have been assigned specific duties to perform. And because the Lord's energy is located on his left side, Vishnu emerges from the left side of Mahavishnu, made entirely out of pure spiritual energy. So Vishnu, who is God himself, acts as the inner guide or the higher soul inside every single person, living entity. And he is the specific form of the supreme absolute truth that the ancient Vedic literatures called the Vedas. And the Vedas describe this super soul as being the size of thumb. So the super soul is actually just the size of one's thumb. And he is the one who feeds and takes care of everyone. People who want to improve themselves through good actions worship him as Narayana, the Lord of all rituals, while the yogis try to completely blend their identities into him as the Supreme Soul through deep meditation. Okay, this is what the meaning of this 15th verse says through the purport of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Now we come to the next verse, verse 16. Now the foundation of everything is the Supreme Lord. This is what this verse represents. So the function of Shambhu in relation to Jivas is that this universe, enshrining the mundane egotistic principle, has originated from Shambhu. So because the foundation of everything is the Supreme Lord, who represents pure existence where all beings are united without selfish egos, we must understand something very carefully. In our physical world, okay, beings appear separated by their egos, which is a limited and distorted reflection of true spiritual power. And this male created energy known as Shambhu joins with the female receiving energy, which is a distorted reflection of the spiritual goddess Ramadevi. And in this process, Shambhu acts simply as the basic cause of the physical world, spreading out to form the ingredients of physical matter. Okay, so as physical creation develops and universes are formed, Shambhu, who is born from the space between Vishnu's eyebrows, takes on the personality of Rudra, though Shambhu always completely represents this worldly ego, right? And the countless souls or jivas, which are tiny spiritual sparks shining out from the Supreme Soul, like rays of light, have nothing to do with the physical world once they realize they are meant to eternally serve the Supreme Lord. And once they realize this, they are welcomed into the spiritual realm known as Vaikuntha. However, if they forget who they truly are and want to control the physical illusion, Maya, then what happens is Shambhu's ego enters them and makes them think they're separate individuals meant to just enjoy worldly things. Therefore, Shambhu is the main source of ego in the physical universe. And he is the reason why souls develop a distorted ego that makes them mistakenly believe that they are nothing more than their physical, limited bodies. Right? These material bodies are limited and physical. And this element of ego is what makes us think we are these bodies. Right? Next verse. Thereupon, the same great personal Godhead, assuming the threefold forms of Vishnu, Prajapati, and Shambhu, entering into the mundane universe, plays the pastimes of preservation, creation, and destruction of this world. This pastime is contained in the mundane world. Hence, it being perverted, the Supreme Lord, who is identical with Mahavishnu, prefers to consort with the goddess Yoga Nidra, the constituent of his own spiritual potency, full of the ecstatic trance of eternal bliss appertaining to his own divine personality. Now, this is a lot to take in, but I've simplified this a little bit more so that people can understand. Essentially, what this entire verse means is that the separated parts of the Supreme, namely Prajapati and Shambhu, think of themselves as independent beings and spend time with their physical, non-spiritual partners, Savitri Devi and Uma Devi, who are actually just perverted reflections of true spiritual energy. But we have to understand that the Supreme Lord Vishnu is the one and only master of true spiritual energy. And this true spiritual energy is known as Rama or Lakshmi. Okay? This is pretty much what this whole verse means. Okay? Then the next verse. When Vishnu, lying in the ocean of milk, wills to create this universe, a golden lotus springs from his navel pit, and the golden lotus with its stem is the abode of Brahma, representing Brahmalok or Satyalok. Okay, so in this context, the word gold in this verse actually means a faint reflection of pure cognition. Now, if you look at the dictionary, if you open the dictionary or you Google the definition of the word cognition, cognition as we know it is the mental process of acquiring, processing, storing, and retrieving information. And it encompasses all conscious and unconscious intellectual activities, allowing us to perceive our surroundings and understand concepts and also guide our behavior. So the purport to this 18th verse establishes a strict boundary between matter and spirit. See, because this cosmic lotus is the pristine original source of all objects in the material universe, it is incredibly brilliant by material standards. Hence, it is described as gold. However, because it is still a product of this material creation, Maya, it is fundamentally composed of inert matter. Jada. Jada means inert matter. Right? This is inert matter, not actual spiritual consciousness. Therefore, the shiny golden nature of this lotus is merely a dim reflection of the self-luminous living reality of pure cognition that exists in the spiritual sky, because everything over there in the spiritual world is fully conscious, unlike in this material world. Right? Then the next verse, verse 19. Before their conglomeration, the primary elements in their nascent state remained originally separate entities. Non-application of the conglomerating process is the cause of their separate existence. Divine Mahavishnu, primal Godhead, through association with his own spiritual chitta potency, moved Maya, and by the application of the conglomerating principle, created those different entities in their state of cooperation. And after that, he himself consorted with Yoga Nidra by way of his eternal dalliance with his spiritual chit potency. Again, lots to take in, so we will unpack this carefully. Now, in the verse, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in his purport to this verse, quotes a very nice verse from Bhagavad Gita. in connection to this. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur quotes Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 10. Mayadhyakshena prakritihi suyate sa characharam. Under my direction, the physical energy called Prakriti gives birth to this entire universe of living and non-living things. So the meaning of this verse from the Gita is that Maya, which is a perverted reflection of pure spiritual energy, was originally inactive. And the physical matter she controls was also scattered and disconnected. So following Lord Krishna's will, this world was created by bringing together Maya's active driving force and her physical matter. So, despite all of this, the Supreme Lord himself stays connected only to his pure spiritual energy, Yoga Nidra. So, and for those of you who don't know, the terms Yoga Nidra or Yoga Maya mean that pure spiritual energy reveals the absolute truth, while its perverted reflection or Maya wraps everything in the darkness of ignorance. So when Lord Krishna wants to create or reveal something within this physical ignorant world, he does so by combining his spiritual energy with his inactive non-spiritual energy. And this combination is known as Yoga Maya. And it has two sides. Okay? This has two sides actually. A pure spiritual side and a dull physical side. So Lord Krishna himself, his personal expansions, and the pure living beings who are as separated parts and parcels, experience the spiritual side of this combination. Right? These three elements experience the spiritual side of this combination. So Krishna himself, his personal expansions, and the living entities, the spirit souls. These three experience the spiritual side of this combination. While ordinary, trapped, illusioned souls, they only feel the dull physical side of this combination. And the outer layer that covers up the spiritual knowledge in the everyday actions of trapped souls is called Yoga Nidra. Okay? And this covering is also an effect of the Lord's spiritual energy. And this idea, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, will be described in later verses. Then the next verse. By conglomerating all those separate entities, he manifested the innumerable mundane universes and himself entered into the inmost recess of every extended conglomerate, Virid Vigraha. And at that time, those jivas who had lain dormant during the cataclysm were awakened. So, the word Guha in this verse, which means a hidden cave or space, is actually explained in several different ways within Vedic literature. So you see, in this verse, it says, the inmost recess, Guha, of every extended conglomerate, Virid Vigraha. So in some texts, in some Vedic literatures, the unseen activities of God are called Guha, while in other texts, it refers to the resting place of a special spirit that lives within every individual soul. Again, this is hinting at the super soul actually. And often, the deepest, most hidden part of a person's heart is also called Guha. So the main idea, basically, of this verse is that any place completely hidden from the sight of regular people is known as Guha. And the individual souls that had blended into the Supreme during the massive destruction at the end of the universe's previous age were reborn into this world based on the things that they still desired from their past lives, from their past actions. Right? Which then brings us to the final verse of today's presentation. The same Jiva is eternal and is for eternity and without a beginning joined. To who? The Supreme Lord. By what? The tie of an eternal kinship. And he is transcendental spiritual potency. So just like the sun is always connected to its rays of light, the Supreme Lord is forever connected to the individual souls or jivas. And these souls are tiny sparks of his spiritual light, which means they do not die or decay. like ordinary physical things do. See, because the souls are tiny parts and parcels of the Lord's effulgence, they show the exact same godly qualities, but on a much smaller scale. Okay? Therefore, souls naturally have the ability to know things, to experience life, have a sense of self. Aham Brahmasmi, for example, I am Brahman. They even have the ability to enjoy, think deeply, and take actions. And Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord who is everywhere and in everything. While the individual souls are different because they are just his tiny atomic sized parts and parcels. And their eternal relationship works like this. Okay, the eternal relationship between Krishna and the spiritual soul is described by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this purport very nicely. He writes in this purport that the Supreme Lord is the eternal master and the souls are his eternal servants. So souls also have the right and ability to experience the sweet loving feelings of God. In fact, a verse from the Bhagavad Gita is also quoted by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this purport. Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 verse 9. And this verse states that besides this lower nature, understand that I have a higher energy. Krishna is saying this in the Bhagavad Gita. So this specific verse makes it clear that the individual souls are actually part of Krishna's higher spiritual energy. So all the traits of a pure soul are higher than the 8 material elements, like false ego. And these make up the Lord's non-spiritual physical energy, these 8 material elements. So even though the energy of the souls is very small in size, it is still superior to the material energy, which is called Maya. And this soul energy has another name. We know it as the marginal energy because it sits right on the border that separates the spiritual world from the physical world. Right? Because the soul is so incredibly small, it can very easily be influenced by the physical world's energy, Mahamaya. However, as long as the soul stays loyal and obedient to Krishna, who is the master of Maya, the material energy cannot affect it at all. So worldly sufferings, along with the cycle of being born and dying over and over again, happen because souls have been trapped by this bewildering material energy since a time we can no longer remember. Since the time we can no longer remember. And Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur both term this as since time immemorial. Immemorial means we cannot remember that time because it happened such a long time ago that we are incapable of remembering that time from whence we chose to purposefully leave the spiritual world, not fall. There's actually a difference between falling from the spiritual world, which doesn't actually happen, and purposefully leaving that place. Most people say, well, or if nobody falls from Vaikuntha, then how can we fall from that? Actually, it's not a fall. We purposefully choose to leave that place. And Prabhupada specifically answers this as follows. He says that we forced Krishna to allow us to come. And because of that purposeful leaving, it is called fall down, technically. But otherwise, the term fall down actually means being attacked by Maya due to weakness of heart, due to weakness of spiritual practice, due to weakness that is due to a lack of the mercy of Krishna, because we chose to leave in the very beginning. So there's a slight distinction here. We can choose to stay loyal to Krishna, or we can choose to abandon Krishna's service and become loyal to his energy, Mahamaya. But in all cases, the soul is controlled. In all cases. So with that, this presentation comes to a conclusion. We will continue with the next few verses next week in the next Istagoshti session. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all so much for your attention. If there is anything that I may have said wrong due to my conditioned nature, please forgive me. but I have tried my best to explain these verses as Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has presented in his purports. All glories to all of you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for your attention. Hari Bol.